Hi, I'm Dominica Lumazar.
And I'm Rory Carruthers.
We help entrepreneurs develop their big picture business strategy in order to break through growth plateaus.
We built several marketing agencies from the ground up and have helped our clients earn over $1 billion in revenue.
Now we want to share everything we've learned along the way.
This is the Big Picture Business Podcast.
You got to put your heart and soul into it, and the pizza. Okay, that's wow.
But that was a lesson I learned then about intention, and how much intention matters with what you're doing.
Oh, of course, yeah, that's a big deal in everything we do, work, life, all that. Yeah. I mean, okay, I say like we know. I mean, it took me a while to learn that, right? The power of intention and being clear about what I'm doing and not passively living my life or passively running my business, right? Or our businesses. Which does bring us to the topic of the day. All right, everyone, you're going to want your pen and paper or however you like to take notes on an iPad, iPhone, Android.
If you're driving, we actually made the notes for you.
That's right. So you can just listen, and that's fine.
And bpbpodcast.com/VIP.
Yeah. You guys are definitely you're going to want to check that out. There's so much awesome content that we've put together for you guys. It's endless. I'm not kidding you. Rory has not slept in like 2 weeks putting this together for you guys. I'm working diligently on some extra fun content too. If you're hearing this right now, I'll tell you what, there's actually more to hear from each individual episode because there's going to be extended versions. There's going to be extended videos, extended audio. It's pretty cool. So yeah, BPB podcast /VIP. Go check that out. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, today I want to talk about the 5 main key points to business growth. I want to talk about this, and I want it to be kind of like a more constructive episode this time for you guys because just recently in my own business, I've received a lot of questions from my clients about growth specifically, not just during this time, but just business growth and some key things to start practicing and getting in the habit of and shifting your mindset toward the big picture of how you want your business to flow. And so we're going to go through this list and anything you want to say about that, Rory? Any intro to this at all? Because I'm happy to just jump right in.
Let's just jump right in.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So here's the deal. So this episode really is for all you entrepreneurs out there who are willing and wanting to take their business to the next level. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, duh, I'm listening to this podcast. Of course, I want to take my business to the next level. But honestly, you guys, there's a lot of business owners who I've met, some that I even am working with to get to this realization where they don't want to work so hard anymore, where they're happy with where they're at. They don't need to grow. They've reached that plateau where they're like, I'm good. I'm happy. And that's awesome. If that's where you're at, then awesome. Please continue to listen or watch because I'm sure you'll get a few really helpful tips here. But really this is for the entrepreneurs that are looking for some helpful tips and tools to continue growing their business in a healthy and successful way. So we'll jump in. So the number 1, so we got 5 keys here, okay? And the number 1 is strategy. Now, Rory and I talk a lot about strategy and the importance of having a strategy. And I'm not just talking like, oh, I have a business plan. I want to make all this money and here's what I'm going to do with that money. No, I'm talking a very well thought out plan. And part of that plan, and I talk about this in my book, is begin with the end in mind. Meaning, what is your exit strategy from your company? And maybe you've never even thought about this. Do you want to sell it in 5 years? Are you building it to sell it? Are you getting ready to leave a legacy behind? Are you going to pass it down to the next generation to take it over? What does that look like for you? That's something really important to identify.
And if I can interject, I would just like to say that what also people tend to forget when they're thinking about that is that you can actually adjust your business. So if you weren't thinking about that, you've got a business that, say, doesn't lend itself to becoming something that you could sell, then you have to step back and say, okay, well, maybe this isn't the business that's for me long term. What could I do, or how could I even adjust it to be that way? Digital marketer is a great example of this. If you don't know their story, I mean, they started and they did really well, but had no exit strategy, no way for the founders to, this is Ryan Dice's company. He's one of the founders of it. And they had no way to actually step back and say, we want to actually have a business that could be sold to someone else and still run without being based on Ryan's name or anything like that. So they made some significant shifts. And I think this was, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago when they started making these shifts. And the key that made it possible was that they moved everything to a subscription-based model instead of one-off products. And they stopped selling for they would sell the one-off products. Like if you look at what they're actually doing, they sell their one-off products right when they release them for a discount, or you can just get it by being a member.
Yeah, exactly. And it's worked very well for them, but they also had to go through a complete rebrand. So taking Ryan out of being the front person, he's still there. He's, but like, they had to focus on, this is Digital Marketer as the company. Right. Not
and let
Ryan
other
Dice.
people have voices from the company.
So that's an incredibly important point. And I've had some other consultants come to me and ask me this question, like, okay, your business is called Sweet D Marketing. You are Sweet D. What's your exit strategy? Like, what's your plan? Well, for me, I've built up this business around me based on a nickname that one of my earlier clients gave me. Now, I know that the name kind of sucks, but guess what? It's stuck. It's stuck and people remember it. And so if you're still in this phase of growing your business and getting to the next level and you're just not quite there to make a big leap, it's okay if you have a business that's named something maybe after your last name or yourself or whatever. That's okay, because there's always an opportunity for a rebrand. And I'm sure somewhere down the line, I'll do a rebrand of my own company. I've done that before with previous companies that I've owned. But so if you're in that position where you're like, oh crap, I designed my entire company around me, don't worry. There are ways to do rebranding that actually can be very beneficial, where you can still hold part of your name. And Digital Marketer Rory is a really good example of that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah. Another example is Jason Capital.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people know this story, but most people don't know that that's actually not his name, like at all. Like Jason's not even his first name.
I didn't know that. It's not?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. How funny. Wow.
He owned a company that was named after his name, and when he sold it, he lost the rights to his name.
Gotta pick a new one. Jason Capital is a great name. It's catchy.
Yeah.
We all remember it. Yeah, that worked out well for him. So strategy, right? So having goals are important. Having immediate goals, tangible goals, so that it starts to feel realistic in your business. A small tangible goal might be, I ordered business cards. It might be, I incorporated something small where you're like, yay, celebrate the little wins. And then you want to have plans for the long-term growth goals. And as I'm going down this list, you guys, if something doesn't make sense, write us. Let us know. We're here to help. We will answer your questions right here. Rory and I will answer them when you submit them. Again, bppodcast.com. You guys can submit your questions right there at the very bottom of the homepage, and we're happy to get to those. But anyway, so strategy, have a plan. Make sure you know your immediate goals, your long-term goals, And again, begin with the end in mind. Have a clear understanding of what you want out of your business so that you're not on this like never ending merry-go-round of what am I doing? Getting clients, making money, but do I have a scaling plan here? So be having a plan as you go along.
Remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get notified when each new episode is released. To download the digital episode companions, watch unedited and behind-the-scenes content from this and all our other episodes, get access to exclusive trainings from us and our guests, get direct access to Dominica and myself, and to schedule your business critiques with us, head on over to bpppodcast.com/VIP. The link is also in the description. All right, we'll see you over there.